I can still vividly remember standing on Park Avenue that morning, holding my bag with my little purple laptop with all of the monster truck stickers on, and I just did not know what to do. I had given up everything for this job, and I had lost everything. Everything except writing, of course. Everything except writing. The only thing I'd clung to was that story I'd been writing every day to and from work. So I went back home and I had a martini. And in absolute desperation, I published that novel, that first motorcycle romance novel, No Way Out, that I had written back and forth in the train. And I'll tell you what, instantly it was the most successful novel I had ever written. And I say that, but remember the previous novel was making like $20 a day. So this was making $50 a day. It was the most successful novel I'd ever written and published. So, you know, if I hadn't just lost everything, I would have been super excited. But it felt good, but at the same time, man, I thought I was going to lose everything. But you know what? Needs must as the devil drives. And I'd made a deal with the devil when I took that job, and I had been screwed over. So I published that book, I took my $50 a day, and I worked my butt off doing every single side hustle you can possibly think of so I could pay the mortgage. And at that point, I said to myself, you know what? This is it. This is it. I am now all in. No turning back. I am never making that mistake ever again to do the sensible thing. You can't play it safe because you can't trust anybody. So I did the only thing you can do when you've got nothing to lose, and that is risk everything. I worked my butt off doing every single thing I could possibly do to bring in money in the short term, and in the rest of that time I decided I was going to write my next book. And I didn't know what to do, but one morning I woke up and I was just struck by inspiration. I was like, oh, this last book I wrote was really popular because I held nothing back. It was kind of lurid, it was kind of out there, it was kind of like balls out adventure novel. I'm going to double down on that. And I wrote a book in 2 weeks. I wrote feverishly every single day, and I held nothing back, and it was insane and it was ridiculous. But I wrote a book called Soul to the Cartel, and I did not pump the brakes once. I had no expectations when I published it though. I hit publish and I did what I always did to publicize it, which was spend a couple of $100 on newsletter things, which I'll talk about those details later. But I figured at the very worst it was going to maybe make as much money as the previous biker book had made, $50 a day. And at that point I was like, you know what, if I'm still making $20 a day from Trigger and I'm making $50 a day from No Way Out, if this book makes $50, it's $120, which is, you know, that's halfway towards a sustainable income. Do you know what happened? You know what happened? It was like The Producers. Have you ever seen that movie, The Producers? That Mel Brooks, was it Mel Brooks movie? I don't know. And then later on they did a version with Nathan Lane and Matthew Broderick, where they try and deliberately write a terrible musical, and then it becomes a massive, outstanding success. And they have that song, Where Did I Go Right? I had that same moment. Soul to the Cartel was a hit. I remember waking up one morning after my promotions had ended and walking downstairs and double clicking on Book Report, which is what I use to check my earnings, and I had expected to see it come up with like $15 at that point in the day. And instead it was at $500. My best day in July of 2018, which I think was the time when all those promotions had ended, I made from that single book $674.60 in a single day. It was a smash hit by my standards. In that month, July 2018, I made $11,993.45, 9,000 and something dollars of it from that single book. I accidentally wrote a bestseller. All this time I had been working so hard, chipping away, writing books that made $20 a day, writing books that made $50 a day, clawing my way up a mountain, never losing faith, never giving up. And then one day it was like a bottle of ketchup where suddenly it all comes out at once. I was like, oh my God, I've done it. I've done it. And not before time, let me tell you, not before time, because by the time that book was a success, making me all that money, I was so broke, it was painful. And there is a big problem when you publish on Amazon, because Amazon pays you your royalties 60 days after the month's end. So that meant the royalties that I was making, that beautiful $11,000 that I was making for July, I would not get paid out until October 1st. So July, August and September of 2018 were the leanest months I've ever experienced in my life. I was so broke, it was painful. We were down to like a few dollars in the bank. And when Amazon finally paid that money, I didn't even believe they were going to do it. I remember waking up on October 1st and thinking like, it can't be real. I can't just go downstairs and switch on my computer and check my bank account and suddenly see $11,000 in there. That's not going to happen. That's insane. That's a dream. But it was real. It was real. I remember so vividly what it felt like. In fact, I made a video for YouTube that morning, and I want to play it for you because that feeling that I felt, I never ever want to forget how it felt. Today I made it. I made it to the end of these last 2 months of hell. I got paid by Amazon. I can pay my mortgage, pay my bills, buy the kids food, put gas in my car. Oh my God. Because I had made it. I had suddenly made my dreams come true. That was the point when I was making enough money to support my family through writing. And it was one of the greatest moments in my life. Sometimes you just want to bottle moments and bottle feelings. Like the feeling of gratitude I have right now, I just want to cling onto. It's any time in the future when I feel grumpy or hard done by, I just want to remember this moment. I remember how bad things were and how good it felt when they came right. Because I don't ever want to take what I have built right now, today, for granted. I got that money, and more than that, I realised I could do it.